Welcome to the social media workshop. I'm really excited to be able to provide you this social media workshop. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is this is a workshop. It needs to be a little different and it needs to be provided info. I will probably edit and post this. I will put it as unlisted. But we'll hope YouTube allows us to share, and then I'll go ahead and I'll share it with you. Sounds like a plan? Everybody good? And thank you for accommodating. All right. So the first thing I wanted to do was to showcase and share with you guys the evolution. I'm not on camera, nor will I be. Okay. I don't think you want to see me. I don't feel well. Um, I hope that's okay. Is that okay with everyone? Can you see my screen? Do you see the YouTube video here? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share computer sound, and we're going to watch this a little bit. I just thought it would be interesting because some folks, I'm sure some of you know some of this, but it's important for our workshop.
Welcome back to Timeline. Today we're breaking down the evolution of social media, from humble beginnings to becoming a fundamental part of our daily lives. Here's how it all went down. Our story begins in 1997. Often considered the first recognizable social media platform, 6 Degrees was a simple, crude form of the platforms we use today. It allowed users to create basic profiles and connect with others. One of the first social networking sites to reach a large audience was Friendster, launched in 2002. It had popularized concepts like profile pages, connections, but also featured status updates, which would later be elaborated upon by its successors. In 2003, MySpace let people customize their profiles with music, backgrounds, and layouts, allowing for creative expression. It was a place where users could discover new music, connect with friends through messaging and comments, and share photos and videos. MySpace also had features like top friends and bulletin posts, making it easy to stay connected and share updates with a wide audience. The same year, in the professional sphere, LinkedIn made its debut, although it would take a while for it to get popularized. It served as a valuable resource for job seekers, recruiters, and professionals, enabling users to create detailed profiles showcasing their skills and work history. 2004 saw the birth of Facebook, a platform that started in a college dorm and grew to connect billions across the globe. Founded by Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook quickly surpassed its predecessors in popularity. This was mainly due to its seamless integration into daily routines. It introduced features like the newsfeed, photo sharing, and later expanded with pages, groups, and Messenger. In 2005, YouTube would come to revolutionize online video. It gave everyone the power to share their videos, comment, like, subscribe, and connect. No fame or big companies needed. It became a global hub for sharing stories and sparking conversations, propelling ordinary people to fame and forever changing how we watch and share videos. Reddit was also founded in 2005, emerging as a diverse community-driven platform for sharing news, discussing topics, and voting on content, solidifying its place as an essential destination for exploring interests and participating in online communities. When Twitter was established, in 2006, it revolutionized social media with its microblogging format, allowing users to share 140-character messages, called tweets, in real time. It quickly gained popularity for its simplicity and immediacy, becoming a powerful tool for sharing news, thoughts, and updates with a global audience. In 2009, WhatsApp transformed the way we communicate by offering a simple and reliable messaging service. Unlike traditional SMS messaging, WhatsApp allowed users to send text messages, photos, videos, and voice messages over the internet for free, bypassing the need for costly SMS plans. On the contrary, in 2010, Instagram would come to prioritize visual content, appealing to many for its ease of use. It also offered a wide array of filters and editing tools, which allowed users to explore their creativity. Instagram also played an important role in the rise of influencer culture, where people with a sizable following inspire others with their lifestyle. Shortly after, Pinterest provided users with a digital bulletin board to pin anything they found inspiring, making it easy to collect and organize ideas in one place. A new trend emerged when Snapchat was launched in 2011, changing social media by letting users send disappearing photos and videos called snaps. It became known for its fun features like strange filters and stories, which let you share moments creatively. With its casual vibe and privacy focus, Snapchat became a hit, especially among the youth. In 2016, TikTok became a global sensation known for its hugely popular short and creative videos that let users showcase their talents and join viral trends, while its personalized feed kept users hooked on the platform. And there you have it, the background of how we became digitally dependent. While we don't know what the future will bring, one thing is certain, the journey of social media is far from over. We hope you liked this video. If you learned something, make sure to like and share. And remember,
The reason I shared this and I find it interesting is if we understand how it's grown and how quickly it's grown, we also understand why it is that we need to participate and be a part of this. If you've taken our social media series, you may have encountered some of the items that I will be providing today. How many of you would like to understand the home buyer and what their trends are, and maybe one of the reasons why you should be on these distinct pages? Um, the 2026 home buyer and seller generational report will probably be coming out soon. So I will be sharing this with you. I'll probably do it in an email as well. Um, Everybody happy with this information? Like it so far? I hope you do. Now, in this buyer and trend report, this is something we found a couple of years back. It's probably been in existence for a while. We just found it. And this is the age of the home buyer. You have some silent generation, older and younger boomers, Gen Xers, older millennials, younger millennials, and a new rise of Gen Z. Instagram and Photify, which we will be showcasing today, are two ways that you will be able to interact with this group. The share of buyers and sellers, if you would like. Any of you, would you like this report or a link to it? Yes, Pamela, that's exactly what I was thinking. Of course, this is really interesting info, and I'm trying, want you to know that they will post one probably at the beginning of next month for 2026. But this is helpful when you're doing some of your marketing, but it's also to me very enlightening to see where the trends are going with these buyers. So let me go ahead and get you your link. And give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and copy this out. Thank you guys for participating too. As you can see, there's the buyer seller category, and of course, the youngest group, and this is interesting, is still the boomer. The boomer is still doing quite a bit. Okay. And they are the largest property holders in the United States. And they are highly influenced by this group up here and the younger millennial, which is considered the YouTube kids, right? So that's why social media takes a bigger and bigger effect and becomes more important. Now, characteristics of home buyers is age, household income, adult composition, number of children under the age of 18 residing in the household. Home purchased was a multi-generational home. Buyer identifies as a transgender. Home buyers, sexual orientation. These are characteristics of home buyers that are covered in this. Ethnicity and race, home buyer education, primary language spoken, national origin of home buyers, self or spouse partner in active military, first time buyer, and prior arrangement, prior living arrangement, primary reason for purchasing, etc. So these are things that you can all delve into and look. So the age of the home buyer and the median age. And then here at 26 is a boomer, right? Followed by the Gen Xer. You have income information if you were interested, and adult composition. So married, single, single male, unmarried, other, and who purchased. Okay. And then number of children under the age of 18 residing in households. Home purchase was a multi-generational home. These have taken a growth spike, and some people are highly interested in them. And they wanted a larger home that multiple incomes could afford. And then children and relatives over 18 never left home. I'll let you guys look through some of that. Here's some language, origin information, active military veterans, first-time home buyers, and the age group. Interesting statistic that came out in prior years. I've been around the association. It'll be 12 years now in April. When I first started, it was around 36, the age of the first-time home buyer. It went down to 30, 32, and now it has spiked back up to close to 40. Um, so this is interesting to see. Prior living arrangements. And then I like this one. And I like to show this to you because this could trigger what you post and where you post it, a primary reason for purchasing a home. How many of you like this one? Or did I lose all of you? If you delve further in, it'll give more and more detail. But here, the desire to own a home, the desire to be closer to family and friends, desire for a larger home, change in family situation, desire for a smaller home, retirement, desire for a home in better area, job-related relocation, desire to be closer to job, school, or transit, the affordability, financial security, desire for a new built or custom home, financial security, desire for newly, establish a household, better weather conditions, and of course, we live in that haven, better weather condition, correct? Desire for better home for pets, purchased home for family members or relatives, a greater number of homes on the market. I'll take anything you can share. Yeah, I shared it already. It's a further up, right? But I just wanted to give you some ideas on here. Now, I also wanted you to learn that this existed and that it's done annually. Now, any of you work with global international? Anybody work with international home buyers? So, how about if I showed you a report that's done annually and that should be soon coming out again? Would you be interested in that? Because I have the focus here. This was for people from the US buying in the US. This is what this report is like. But your association, Miami, doesn't even further report. And the reason I'm giving you these is that if you're going to be posting, you may want to post an information related to those who are purchasing, correct? So I'm going to come here to Miami Realtors. Hopefully you know this page. I'm going to click on global. I'll share the global page with you guys, right? And this is our Miami Global. We are currently, they were conducting a survey for 2025, right? We have a referral network and information. But here we have the 2024 international homebuyer transactions, and the 2025 one is probably going to be coming out soon. I'm going to click into here, and of course, you can tell that I was in it. So let me scroll up. Okay. And then how many of you are interested in condo information? So what I'm doing is giving you first some background and some highlights and some info for you to decide because it is you who needs to decide who you're farming and prospecting to, who you're working with, and then gather your data, decide what your business plan is, and then use some of these tools that you have available to you, right? This is not to copy to Instagram. This is just for you to do some groundwork on what you would like. Now, you could, in fact, take some of this data, and as long as you keep the logo on it, and I'm going to give you some pages to follow. There's nar.research, nar.com, and you can get some directly from them. But you can take a picture, you can I snip it or whatever it is that you have on your computer and use some of this. Okay. We'll delve into Instagram in probably like 10 minutes. This is the International Home Buyer Report, and these are the top countries purchasing. And this is where they've purchased in our area. Well, we would have to look for that for the first time home buyer. I don't have anything on hand. I can ask for some and see if I do, I could post it. But remember that counties, states, and areas sometimes have programs for first time home buyers. Okay. So here you have some info. And then what I like to showcase here is, let me come all the way down. These are the top out of state purchasers. And we have several tidbits. And you were asking me, is it regla? Regla? I don't want to say that wrong. Sorry. Um, Here, you could come and cut out that image and share it. And you can say it um, from this international home buyer. Reggie, perfect. I hope I said that right. You could come and use something like this and post it. No problem. You're a member and it's meant for you. Okay? How many of you know that we provide a foreign investor guide and that as members you can use it and you can share it? And that's something that you could post a cover for and then tell them to direct message you. I have a Mac, so to me it's Shift Command 4, but most Windows now come with information so you can do the same. So you have to find out on yours, on your computer, how you can do a print screen or a portion of the print screen. Pamela, which one is it you wanted to find? Oh, for sure. It just remind me a little bit. Okay. Uh, I'll give that to you. This one is interesting. The number of times foreign buyers visited Florida before buying. Okay. And then the visas held. They recently announced a couple of visa classes. I think they've already given them, but if you request them, they will provide again if you're interested. If you're interested in knowing more about the visas that they need to have. This is dollar volume according to county. And this is one of my favorites. I'll go ahead and screenshot this one. And let me see if I can share it with you. And you guys will probably be able to download it from oh no, that one's not it. Okay, let's see where it went. Oh, interesting. I can't get a hold of it. Hold on. Let me try it again. Let me see if I can. If not, I'll have to email it to you guys. Oh, there we go. And now you have the image if you want to use it. So here are some of the top tier countries, the percentage of purchase, and some historical info if you were interested. And then top tiers for 2024 and 2023. And foreign buyers in Miami-Dade and Broward. And then here's my favorite. If you're going to be talking to someone, look at the characteristic of the Argentinian buyer and where they purchased, the median purchase price. And these are things that you could share. And you could say that it was taken directly from um, this global report. Okay. There's Colombia. All right. And if you had not seen this before, now you know where to get it. It was Miami Realtors. You came into global. And here is a guide. International home buyer transactions. Now I'm going to come to the top here 1 second and we go. So I like to indicate to you that it says here, only current active members of Miami Association of Realtors and those who purchase this foreign investment guide directly from the Miami Associations of Realtors are permitted to possess, use, and share the articles in Foreign Investor Guide with their clients and customers. So, are you currently all active members of Miami Realtors? Then you can use. So here is the 2025 Digital Foreign Investor Guide. I just want to make sure that you guys felt comfortable using the information. And I'll go ahead and share this with you. How many of you are happy with your workshop? I didn't want to cancel it. That's why I'm with you. Thanks. I like it too. Table of contents from Miami with Love, a message, some opportunities, what every foreign investor buyer should know before reaching the closing table, global expansions, right? Navigating South Florida real estate for foreign investors, understanding cryptocurrency in Miami real estate transactions, navigating NAR's antitrust settlement, scams survival, and a disclaimer. And here you have a letter from our chief of communications. And then you have the foreign investor guide, right? And all of this information available to you. Did I send it? So here's what you could do with Instagram. Since it's about social media, I sent it again. I'm going to come into here and show you that you could, in fact, and I'll share this with you. Since you now have it and you're a member and you can share it, you can take this here, right? That image, and you see how I have the image? You could open up Instagram, right? And here's my Instagram. I'm going to click on create a post and select from computer. I'm going to email all of you. Would you like that? We'll probably be done 12:30, 12:45, since we're going to shoot straight through. And then I'll email most the links and some of these images to you. I also tend to give my phone number. I remind everybody not to call me. I'm an instructor. I am a WhatsApp person or a text person, and I am a firm believer in that type of communication. It's the way I communicate with my family. So if you'd like, I'll share my phone with you. So here's the idea. I took something this foreign investor guide that I was told, because of being as a Miami member, I could use, and I could take this image, resize it and post something like this. Next, next, and saying, are you interested? And then you would put, If you would like details on the foreign investor guide and a copy of it, I have it available to you electronically. Contact me through DM. You could put your phone number, etc., and say it. What would you be doing here? It was a call to action, just like I'm putting here. No, it's not available in Spanish. We've, I think the approach to translation has been lately that most people think that the Spanish that they speak is the proper one. And then when we translate, they're not happy with the process. So most folks tend to read. And not to mention that if they're going to be investing here, all contracts will be in English. So I think it's just easier, an easier approach to make sure that we get the message across. Okay. And look, you can post it. And now you have a post. Now, how many of you have taken the social media series class? I just gave the idea. So you would post that and say, are you interested in being a foreign investor in Miami? I could be your global agent and help you find what you need. If you would like to review or discuss this foreign investor guide, contact me. And your call to action would be phone number, etc. If you haven't taken our social media class, it's a four-part series. It's interesting. Um, we do have one discrete recording available of all four sessions because we normally don't post those. And maybe I'll provide that to you. Nah, I will provide it to you in the email. Okay. But you can take it with us. They're dynamic in person. They're a lot of fun. And we go over other parts like Facebook, YouTube, using Instagram. We have a whole class just dedicated to Reels, 2 hours just dedicated to Reels. And a lot of times that's great, either Zoom or in person. Alrighty, so now you have this wonderful thing that you can post like this. Now, how many of you see these? This one in particular. And how many of you have ever used RPR? And then I didn't really ask you, what brought you to take this class? I'll give you guys a couple minutes if you could tell me. What did you want to get out of this class to see if I'm going to be able to help? Alrighty, improving your brand, but in one sense, like marking yourself or marketing yourself a little more. I'm reading, that's why I'm quiet. Okay. I like all of this. It's great. So Photify will help a bit with this too. I do know that we reported that there was an issue with Photify, so I am going to give you steps to log in. We will do our best to do that. So let's talk a little bit about this that we have here. I like it. So presenting yourself on social media, you could consider your social media platforms, especially Instagram, like a platform, an equivalent to your portfolio. Okay. For new agents, I invite you to take the social media class, but most definitely everything I'm showcasing here is a must. So if you're an RPR user, you may have seen that there is the ability to create these presentations on market and median market reports and market updates on an area of coverage. So you could highlight a zip code or a city, right? And get something like this ready to post with your information readily available. So do we delve a little bit into this so I can show you how to post this to Instagram? And to do that, we will have to come to Miami Realtors. So I'm going to come back over, open up Miami Realtors. Let me put this in the front. Okay. And we will come in and click to our Miami Gateway, log in with your license and password, or your login, whatever your login is. And once you get into here, we are going to look for RPR. I have it marked as a favorite, but it is located right here. So let me know when you make it this far. And if you don't have an RPR account, what a great opportunity to create your own. I'm going to click into RPR and we're going to talk about a couple of things in here. We're going to talk about tapestry segmentation a little bit, and we will talk about generating that post or maybe even a video for Instagram. How many of you would like that? With a market updates, so research. So anybody that does not have RPR set up, Andre, you do not have RPR set up. I just want to show you guys what you could do. Okay, perfect. So let me log out. Valeria doesn't either. Good. That's fine. Welcome to RPR. I love this. RPR is Realtor Property Resource, and it is a subsidiary of the National Association of Realtor. And your member dollars are used to fund this. And boy, have they made an incredible strive to provide more and more information for you, the realtor. It is a tax service, and I like to say gone wild, incredible. Why? Because a realtor property resource allows you to do market segmentation, information and data, prepare a CMA, uh, know a market detail, has property information, has all of the properties that are residential in the United States in it, as far as tax info. Any MLS that shares data with it, it also shows the info if it's available. So to me, it's just a wide resource. It also has a mobile version, so you can download it once you have your login and password. You can download it to your cell phone. And if any of you like to travel within the US and sometimes you're wondering what real estate is going for in those other areas that you visit, you could open up your PR mobile and see. Did I sell it well? Hope I did. So now here we are in RPR, and to create an account, you simply click create account. And it'll ask you for your last name or the email associated to your membership. To get to this page, you come to Miami Realtors, click on the Miami Gateway. Once you're in the gateway, you're gonna look for RPR. You see it? That will bring you here. And if you've never set up your account, it'll bring you to a page like this, and you will do what? Create a new account and get started with your last name and email. So I'm gonna give about 5 minutes for those of you that have it, stretch. For those of you that don't, set up your account because I can't help you further than this. Click to sign in. So you just need your last name as it appears in your membership and your email address, and you follow the steps. Okay. And then you come back and you put the email and password that you've generated, and we will meet here at 10:45. Everybody doing okay? All right, see you in 3 minutes. All right, are we almost ready? So I highly invite all of you to take a RPR residential and commercial class. They're two different classes so you get the full view of everything that this is capable of doing for you. But for our purposes, it is a subsidiary of the National Association of Realtors. And you have access because you're a member of NAR. No idea who handles the back end. It is through them. You can get more information uh, by asking an expert if you'd like. Um, and you have some info here. And there's also in our PR Facebook group. Oh, my phone number? Oh, I didn't share it yet. We'll see at the end of class. Will you remind me, Valeria? Of course. Okay. So that'll be my goodbye. All right. We came here to research. And we do residential market trends. Uh, we'll click in it. And one of you give me a zip code you're interested in. No one? That's one address. I need a zip code. 33139 is the first, so I'll do that. 331. We'll do it. We'll do several. Pamela 33139 is a piece of the beach. So do we want to do condos or so you select it, you get to here. So do you want to do single family or condos in that area? All right, so we do condos here and we apply the charts and we see that there's 14.57 months of inventory. They're selling at 93.8% of list price, lasting 80 days in the market, and the median sold price is 502,000, right? Um, Now this data is collected and they create an immense amount of stuff. If you would like to share this, you could simply click share and you could share it to socials. You can click more and create an image. But we were talking about branding and you and posting. You could take these, and there are some Canva templates that are available to you if you would like. But how many of you would like better use of your time and get this posted on a monthly basis? So some tips. How many of you have your cell phones? Do you use the calendars on your cell phone? I always recommend marking from the 15th to the 20th. Select one of those days in the month and put a reminder to yourself to share statistics. That's when statistics are updated between the 15th and 20th of the month. Normally, the 20th is a little better in case there was any holidays in such the beginning of the month, which affects when closing time for the month comes out and when the rollout of statistics comes out. An effective way to communicate with members, mark your branding, and become a reliable source of information takes 6 months, and statistics is usually the way to do it. So, a lot of you said that you were looking to position yourself to improve your brand, and some of you even said to get started. This is a great way to do so because if you become a reliable source of information, then they will always connect with you. Correct? With that said, this is the greatest fountain of information. This is where all of our statistics, or most of them, come from. They are in conjunction with NAR, right? And we do reporting from here. So when using AI within this, you are free of worry that the statistic is correct. That is part of why there's such an issue with AI and what it develops because we're not always 100% sure that the information is correct, right? Well, here you're coming to the source of the data, and that's how you're going to share it. You like that? So with that, I'm going to come in here, and do you see this create script area? I click in that, create script, and this allows me to do a trend article, a social media card, a PowerPoint presentation, a video script, a client email, and a social video. So the two that strike me like things that we need for Instagram would be the social media card and the social video. And we could take this a step further and we can actually choose a tone: professional, conversational, friendly, confident, encouraging, warm, reassuring, or direct or bold. Um, one of you tell me which tone you would like. Let's do encouraging. And are we working with buyers? First time home buyers, because you can select your audience. Okay. We'll do another zip code. So you want to do buyers and so, oh, buyers was first, so I'm going to leave it on buyers. We'll do sellers next. And you can actually do buyers and sellers. And you can do these yourself for your zip code. I'm just showing you here how to do it. And then do you see once I select buyers, I'm going to click on social media card and I'm going to have it created. And then it brings me to this wizard where I can put my name, my company. You guys would put your brokerage, your email, my contact phone number. And Valeria, here's my phone number. I'll share it in the chat. Did I say to call me? No. Please text. Why? I teach. And sometimes when I leave work or I stop, I'll be in silent for a while. So WhatsApp and text messaging is great. So there's my number. Oh, you're very welcome. Choose your file, choose your logo. I do have a rule about texting me. Do not text me after midnight or before 5 in the morning, right? I am heavier set. You could cause me a heart attack. Plus, I have a 27 and a 29-year-old and a mom that's far away. Those 5 seconds where I hear the phone or I hear a text, I immediately think 1,000 things. So, not after midnight, not before 5 in the morning, please. But Eastern Standard Time because I'm usually here. And there you go. You put in your phone number, put in your photo, you choose your file, you put in your logo. You can click to select a background. And let's see what it offers us. You could do for a post or a story. They've enhanced it. A story also looks a little more like a reel. I'm going to leave it in post here a second. Oh, it's taking its time. If it's going to do that, I'm just going to leave the one that's here because I want you guys to see what you can generate. Normally it loads. Um, I'm going to have to do another one soon. So just let me finish this one so you see what it creates. And then, so look at the post exteriors that you can use. And they've just added some, by the way. They didn't have this many yesterday. I just taught something on it. So let's say that I really like this one. I select it. Look at how it looks. Everybody likes the look. And now I can share with a caption. And they're adding more and more options. This really started in November. I mean, at the end of November, December, and they've enhanced it along the way. So here it even writes a caption for you, or you could ask for more. You could copy the caption. You can then save and share and download your social media card. So you wanted to post to provide information on maybe a farm area or area you're interested in, I don't know, showcasing for your investors or for your customers, and you have created this wonderful post here. You even have a caption. And now how do you use it? Well, I'm going to come into Instagram, right? Click my plus, post, select from my computer, and let's come to the downloads. And here it is. It is sized perfectly. It has information on the days on market, info, right? Your contact details, your photo, your name. Next, next. And now all you do is paste. Miami Beach buyers, the condo market is buzzing with opportunities. With 14.57 months of inventory, there's plenty of choice and a median sold price of $502,500. Now's a great time to explore your options. And if this area had a niche name or a name that wasn't necessarily Miami Beach, you could change it. And now you do what? Share, And you have just generated a wonderful and significant Instagram post that features you, branded to you with your info and has market details. Do we do it again from scratch? Now that you saw what it could do. Reggie is the only one that wants to. I'm just kidding. Let's to get you. Oh, Andre. Oh, Andre, you see, I thought you weren't there. All right, perfect. Merlene, Jacqueline, of course I'm going to do it. So let's come back to RPR and we'll do it from scratch. Okay. I'm going to come to the home page. So we're doing it from zero. So you guys aren't worried. And I started by coming to research residential market trend. I'll leave that there a second so you guys can see it. I'm going to go get myself something to drink. I'll be right there. Hold on. Everybody got to RPR and is in residential market trend? All right. Next step, residential market trends. Click. Oh, you're in your mobile. Remember, I'm recording and I'm going to attempt to put it on YouTube. Would that be useful later? Yeah, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed or I didn't get it or, oh no, I don't want it, Connie. No. Mm. Yeah, it is. So you can watch again. And I'm gonna start here. The location, please note that you could put a county, a city, a zip, or a neighborhood. I don't know that you can do all of these from your mobile. I don't know if they're all 100% mobile friendly yet, but you could try. Enter here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put 331, 331. One of you had put a number. Let me get. We can do 75. Okay, and you guys wanted to see a social media? A social media, a single family one. So here's 33175. And this tell you is it's a seller's market in this area. There is 3.83 months of inventory sold to list price. We don't have one scheduled right now in person. I just gave two of them this last month in person. But it is being recorded, Martin. And we try to move it as you need. And I was the one that had to switch it. I didn't want to cancel it. So I hope this works out. Oh, no, you don't have to thank me. We're here together. But yes, you're welcome. Alrighty, so we're here at Seller's Market. We're going to do single family in this area so we get an example. So we did a condo one, and now we're going to do single family, apply to all charts. And here we go. Obviously, this area is single family driven. The median price is 710. This is fantastic. You could share this like this. So you could click share and you can put it on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, or click more and decide to download an image. So this would be fantastic if you're working the area and you're preparing a presentation for a customer and you want to do it. You could change the chart title, and put your info if you like. Now, this here, you can also come and create the script. And this is where we were. Everybody got here so far, or at least saw this, making sure that because some of you wanted me ready to repeat and I want to make sure you saw it. So I'm going to click on create script. I didn't do a share. What we did but in share, you could immediately share to these areas. What I'm going to do is create script and click on create script does what? This is what we had done. We can pick here. I'm going to put one as conversational and we can do a buyer and seller one. And what we did was to create a social media card, scroll down, ask it to create it. You don't have which option next to share. It's on top. Create script. Are you here? You created the residential market trend report? And are you on a desktop? And you do not have it. Can you send a screenshot to me from the cell phone to my number? No. No, you see, you're on your cell phone, Reggie, and it's not a report. Yeah, this is a desktop item. I don't think they've swapped this over yet. It's not a report like the ones you're looking at. That's why I don't show it in the mobile. Okay. Um, but let me show everybody else, okay, ladies? And then that way it'll keep the flow and we'll get the info. So it's create script. And maybe it was best that this was on Zoom. I don't think we have one recorded, and that way we will, and I'll be able to share it. Sound like a plan? All right, and here like I said, I was gonna do friendly and a buyer and seller. And I recommend the buyer and seller when you're gonna post on social media because it just gives an outlook to anybody interested in the area. Unless you're driven to work with buyers or sellers, but you have all the choices that you see here. Social media card, create social media, and now your brokerage, your phone number. If you haven't put your photo and logo in, you can choose and add those. We're going to come to select a background. Oh, and let's say I like this one. This one that says home, right? And here we have the info. And now we do what? Share with caption. Jacqueline, you and I might have to talk offline. Is it okay? And here we I'm going to go ahead and copy it. You have the option of four more. Okay. Click save and share. And I'm going to go ahead and download it. Alrighty. Now, how did I do that? I'm going to go back here to show you. I came here to the media library, and to get here, once I was here, I had a create script button on the top. create script. And this is how I got to the audience selection. So you can choose your tone and who you're speaking to, and you select it. Now that I'm here, I'm also going to come in and show you that you can do a social video. I'm going to click on a social video, and it now generates three different templates. At first, there was only two. You have a market buzz one, it houses the market, and market intel. Two steps further back. How about I start from scratch again and everybody looks? I'm at home. I came to research residential market trend. And I'm going to go in and I believe, give me 1 second. 33141 is what Andre had asked for on the beach. And Andre, are we doing condo or single family? Okay. Single already. So we're going to go ahead and select here on the drop down, single family, and apply. And we see that it's a buyer's market. There's 10 months of inventory, right? And I wonder, would you call this like Normandy Shores or would you call this Miami Beach? So that you remember that when you're going to go post the caption, you can specify a specific neighborhood area if it is that. Now here I'm going to create the script. Everybody got this far? Create script. And here I can select the tone. So here I'm going to be direct and bold. And I'm going to speak to both. And I've showed you how to create the social media card. Now let's do a social video. And we can select from market buzz, how's the market, and market intel. So let's do a market intel one, which is the new one, and click to generate the video and let it generate. We'll give it a couple seconds while it does this. Remember, it's creating a video for you. And let's provide you some statistical information. There are about 58,000 or close to 60,000 members at Miami Realtors. Maybe 10 to 15% may come to a class, and fewer use any of this. So just creating this and coming to this class already makes you different. Using it can also distinguish you. Not everyone is using these. And sometimes we need time, right? And we would like something that we can share quick. And here you have a way to do something that looks professional, has the right information, you're using AI, and you're getting the source of data directly from the source, which is RPR and NAR. Anybody want to take a peek? And here we go, 16 seconds, so just enough to capture their attention. It was just enough, correct? Not overwhelming, not too much. It gave the info and you have it ready to go. All you need to do is to download. Now, I know the class has nothing to do with YouTube today, Um, and I get that. Let me click to download the video. But how many of you know that if you put a video on one area, you should probably put it in another? So I'm going to come to Instagram and I'm going to post it, right? Um, plus post, select from my computer, right? Let me come. Here's my downloaded video. Select it. Resizing here. Click on next, and I resized it there. It's going to ask me what I want my cover photo to be. I could have it be this. I could have it be the middle. I sort of like that. Or I could have it be me. I really like the front. I'm going to leave it there. I could trim it if I wanted to. I do next. And now I have, it was 4-5, right? Yes. And we meant North Beach. And then here you would put your call to action. You guys could put your phone number. You could tell them text me. You could say send a DM. Please remember, please remember, it was 4-1. Okay. Please remember, please, that you should consider doing something like this and providing statistical data every month. That's why I told you to mark your calendars between the 15th and 20th, right? And you have several options on how to do it here. You could do a social media card, and you could do a video. And now we're going to click to share. And you have this now part of your portfolio. So you're showcasing your portfolio and yourself, right? Um, Here on Instagram using RPR. Alrighty. So let's get you some other stuff. How about that? We're gonna come in and how many of you are Canva users? Canva users. Alrighty. Well, Miami has some templates for you, and I want to showcase them to you. And from here, we will move on. Canva, there's a tutorial on how to use them, but there's some great templates here. Let me share this page with you guys. It's miamirealtors.com/Canva. miamirealtors.com/Canva. And some of you were telling me you're in the condo industry. So look, here's some condo info. And they've added more. Why Miami? Why people choose Miami Realtors? And then some feeder markets. How many of you like this? So do you work Miami-Dade or Broward? Palm Beach, Martin, or St. Lucie? So I can show you how you can use this. Yes, there's a class. It's not, it's really more driven on this, and it is recorded. How many of you have seen our YouTube channel? There's our YouTube channel, Miami members, and let's see if there's a Canva class here. Now, it's not directly on how to use Canva. Um, Here's one class. You can ask for a pre-construction class. And there is, let me see. And here is a video, a couple that you could see. So you could come in. If you've never come into our YouTube channel, I invite you to do so, subscribe. That helps us continue to create more and always trying to create more for you. Okay, so just so you could see. All right, let me come back in. This is our Canva page. So I'm going to select Miami-Dade because some of you said Miami-Dade. I'm going to click through here and click to be directed to Canva. And I do have a Canva professional account. I think it costs me $120 a year, or I don't know if it's 15 or 20 a month, but I use Canva for everything from greeting cards to sending messages to creating posts to teaching social media to you guys. The association has a Canva account too that they like and they're sharing. This is where they're creating this. You come into it, you click to view template, right? And you open the editor. And what this allows me to do is to integrate my image and my contact detail here. So I'm going to come in and put in my info. Okay. I'm gonna put Miami Realtors here because that's who I work for. And then I don't want to put my phone number. Great. So you can choose. How did we get there? miamirealtors.com/Canva. And I selected the one that I wanted to do. And I have a Canva account, right? So you need to have a Canva account. And I hope I answered. Right. And so what I'm going to do here is actually come in and click on uploads. And I'm going to search for Connie. And yeah, I've uploaded myself a little too much. I want you to see that you can bring your picture in, right? And you can do it. And now I have what? A post. I can add the logo here or remove. So let me see if I can find Miami Realtors. And I like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in, resize, and then I'll remove this logo area and put my company logo. I'm giving you a glimpse. There is a whole Canva class recorded and you can request it. How many of you know how to request classes? Yeah. And that's one of the things that they're currently working on is to make sure that it's available to all and it takes a little bit of time. A year's worked, Martin, and you don't have a paid account? Yay! I know that they were working on that, but everything is here is click and try to go. That's excellent news. Thank you. We'll talk about requesting a class now, but did you see this here? Now all you have to do is come and do what? Download, save it as a picture, and now you have something new to post. So we have created these Canva um, templates for you. Okay. And again, you've downloaded this and I want you to come and see. I'm going to go ahead and come and post it. Click plus, create, post, select it from my computer. And here I have my wonderful posting saying who's moving to Miami-Dade and where they are coming from. So migration to South Florida, migration to Miami-Dade. Put in here. Of course, you guys put your info. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys how to request. You got it? So I've shown you Canva, I've shown you RPR, so you can generate branded information for you ready to go. To download it, once you've created it, you click on share on the top, download. Thank you, Jacqueline. Now, you like? There is a whole page. I just picked some of, there's wealth migration information here. South Florida's incredible wealth migration, a number one destination for international buyers. So there's something in here for every one of you. Okay. And it's only growing. What was this? The page created for you by your association miamirealtors.com/Canva. All right. To request a class, you can come over to education, hover over education, click class request form, click to the job form, and start to fill it out. Put in the location, the class that you're looking for. To do that, Pamela, that's why I told you that we have a social media class that is a four-part series, and we teach that in depth in that class. And since I'm going to be emailing you guys, I'm going to send you the links to the YouTube ones, okay? Because the idea of this class is to be able to generate Instagram information for you guys with ease and to give you some valid posting areas and ideas. Okay? Sound like a plan? Alrighty, so the great things here is that you can put in your suggestion. So let's say that you wanted an investment class. Click next. In-person webinar hybrid. Next, your full name, your license number. Next, and then your email and submit. And that's how you can request a class. Okay. All right. Let's talk PhotoFi. I think I had it up here somewhere. Where are you? Let me come to Miami's page first. miamirealtors.com/PhotoFi. Okay. And I'll share that with you. Now, PhotoFi is an app. PhotoFi is an app. It won't let me. Okay, let me come in here. Give me 1 second because it didn't let me right into the chat. And there's the PhotoFi page for you guys to see. And let me go ahead and put this little video right here. I'm not sure what's going on. Hold on 1 second. All right, let me see if I can. There you go. Alrighty. So that was a little glimpse into PhotoFi. You have to register for PhotoFi, and to do so, you need to visit photofi.com/NAR. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that here. This is our last portion of the class. Do you guys want to take a 5-minute break, stretch a little, and then we start with the PhotoFi page? All right, let's it'll be more like an 8-minute break. Let's come back at 11:35. Sound good? See you guys in a couple minutes. 11:30 We're hoping to be together probably another half hour. That sound good? I started to not feel great again, but I wanted to show you guys about Photify. We're back. And then the nice thing is that probably this same afternoon, I'll go ahead and send you guys what I can get of the recording and then your links. Oh, no, thank you guys. Thank you for accommodating. I appreciate it. All right, so sign up for the NAR and Photify. You have to come in to here. You have to click to get started. And to identify yourself, you need to know your first name, your last name, your email address, and your member ID. And some of you may not know your NAR member ID, your NAR member ID. So the member ID is not your license number for the state of Florida. So I want to show you where you could get one. You could do the lookup for your member ID here, and I'll send you the link for that. Okay. And you can also do it by going back to your resource panel. So this is your gateway dashboard, right? And you see here on the upper right-hand side, you click and your ID will show up here, NRDS number. That's your NRDS number. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that and to obtain it so that we could do prepare your Photify account. And once you have your Photify account done and you've created your username and password, you can then get the application and then it's very easy to share directly from there. Okay. Um, I'm gonna come back again and wait for you here. I'll start to fill my information. Okay. All right. Once you get into here, you put in your member ID. Let me go take a peek at mine again. Okay, and you agree to the terms of use, and you click to continue. To get to Photify, it's just this page over here. You could actually search just Photify NR, but here is the page. Okay, and you click to continue from here, and you should see your information. Now, I am a designee of Renee, and you'll see if you get designations and certifications, some of them do show up. You do have to put in your account details and agree to the terms of use. Agree to the terms of use and submit. So let me know if you need another minute. You guys doing okay? I'm gonna go ahead and click submit, and you enter your password and confirm it. And now your login will be the email and the password that you submit here. Now I'm not going to change mine. I already have mine. But this is a process that you have to do, right? So that you can go experience and download the application on your cell phone. So, do you need another 5 minutes to get this done? And then we'll meet again and I'll go to the app. All right. So let's do until 11:50. 11:50, that'll be a little extra time. Fill it all out and we'll be back and I will switch to my cell phone and the application. Alrighty, I just realized some of you had some questions. Alrighty, so this isn't an automatic sign-in. I'm gonna go ahead and look here. You have to go ahead and register yourself for NAR and Photofy, right? Um, and once you do that, you click here, right? You have to get started here. Copy, I'll paste it. I can't do the whole process again, but you do start from here, okay? And then you get started. You create your page. So this is the sign up for NAR's Photofy. You have to put in your member ID and agree to the terms. And once you do this, it's going to take you through a process of your registration, which is the step right before this where you agree to the terms and fill out your info. And then once you click that you agree, or I think it was to continue, it brings you here to enter your password and confirm. Did that help? If you click here on the web app, you can use it, but this is truly meant, right, for your cell phone. So I'm going to switch to the cell phone. All right, we haven't done that. You needed to first create your registration. Now that you have your email and the password that you've generated, okay, I'm going to switch to the cell phone and talk to you about Photofy. So let me go ahead and switch to my cell phone and talk to you about downloading the app and using it on yours. You see my cell phone now on screen? Oh, Valeria, the class today was supposed to be until 2. So I'm kind of early, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to send you guys an email this afternoon. Oh, you see, but I need you too. All righty, let's go to the App Store on my cell phone. So here's the App Store. I'm gonna click to select the App Store. Right, and this is just to show you guys that you can come in, you can go to your Google Play Store. I'm gonna search, and I'm gonna put Photofy on my search. Okay. And this is the one that you would like to download. Of course, I'm going to open mine. And you will have to sign in. Let me sign out here. Oh, kicked me out. That's what it was doing the other day to Christy. So I'm signed in here. And Photify is an app for many different things. It's to create items and it has templates. But you can come in on the upper right-hand side you see up here. It has like a little scroll menu that'll invite you to do stuff. You click to sign in. And when you sign in, you are signing in as a business. It is a business sign in. You click on business sign in and you put your login. So I'm going to put mine, the one that we created before on the web page, right? And then you go ahead and once you put in your info, you click to sign in. Oh no, it doesn't like mine. Let me see if I have. Oh, it kicked me out again. It was doing this the other day. We reported it. So now it signed me in. Yeah, it doesn't, I know it's supposed to send you to it, but to be effective, you should really use this on your cell phone. And that's why I switched to my cell phone. So now that I'm in, I'm gonna click out from my personal, right? And now I see all of the business pages. And you should at least have Florida Realtors, Miami Realtors, and NAR member when you log into the application on your cell phone. And once you're here, there is an endless number of templates that you can share. So how about I give you an insight to that by clicking on NAR? And when I come to NAR, I have brand assets, right? So I have all the info that is here. I have quick shares. So these here are templates that I can personalize and put my info in. These here, right? I don't have to, they're just posts, right? So when you click in here and you log in, do you see Florida Realtors and Miami Realtors? You should see NAR because it comes from NAR. You see Miami and Florida? Did you log in as a business? You need to log out then. Sign out on the top. Click to sign out. Sign back in and sign in with the credentials you created on the website, Photofy and NAR. And you have to sign in as a business because you have to identify yourself as a member to be able to switch. So you should see NAR member. I remember that I first was on my personal, so it looked like this. So I had to click here in the center. And once I clicked there, I had access, but you need to log in as a business. So if you logged in as a non-business, you just sign out and sign back in. So I'm here on personal, and all I did was click on the very top. And then you should see access, and you could click on NAR or Miami Realtors or Florida Realtors. Yay! Success. Welcome to Photofy. Alrighty, so I'm going to click on NAR real quick. And I'm going to do a quick share. There is a lot to search on, stick your fingers in and do more. I'm going to send you a video that we have for Photofy in our email. But yay, Darkest, yay! I hope I said your name right. That's the idea. It takes a second, but where there's a will, there's a way, correct? So in that second that you guys are thinking of doing this, you have now the way to share information from NAR, from Florida Realtors, Claire, excellent, Claudia, and Miami Realtors. So I'm going to do a quick share because I am feeling a little bit off, and I appreciate that you joined me in this route. And I hope it has been worth it for you. I will endeavor this as soon as this is done, the class is over, to go ahead and edit it, download it, and edit it, and hopefully have it to you before end of day. Sound like a plan? So here on Photofy, I'm going to go ahead and just select, I like this one. Your happiness is worth the effort. And actually, this one's a little video. And we already talked about how enticing people is important by video. 52% less homes, right? That's who we are. So it's just a little video and it says, with 52% less homes on the market than last year, we can make even the most competitive market work for you as a realtor, right? So I'm going to X out from there because I was just watching and I want to share it to Instagram. I have to have my Instagram business page. So I'm going to switch out and then come here to Instagram. And I'm on a different page right now. So I need to make sure I come into Instagram, click on the lower part, and make sure that I am on my business page or where I want it to post. So I'm going to go ahead and click Connie. Now I've perfected that, and I'm going to switch out and come back to Photofy and select Instagram. Okay, it even offers me a caption in this case. I'm going to copy it, right? And click Instagram. Okay, start over. Yes, I don't know why it's doing that. It's acting up. I'm going to click again, click on Instagram. Okay, let me see if it has more options. I'm going to go ahead and save the video. I saved the video. And now I've copied it. Maybe it's because it's a video. I'm going to come out over here. And now I'm here. And I can actually choose the plus sign on Instagram on the top. And I might want to do a little reel with this one. So I'm going to click on reel. Oh, those are other pictures I was doing. It didn't save the video. Let me see more share options. Save video. It says my video has been shared. Okay, let's see. Let's come through here. And there it is. It did it 10 times now. Alrighty. So I'm gonna come into Instagram, select my video, and it's screen mirroring. So it's showing it to you, not to me, right? Okay, let me get out, come back into Instagram, click the plus sign, right? I'm gonna click on reel, and it doesn't let me do it. So let me see if I can switch. I know the video is on mine. Let me click to videos, and it's not there either. So I'm gonna stop this. Stop. I'm gonna go run back into Photo start over. I'm trying to get it so I can share it with you guys. So I'm in NAR again, and I'm gonna come and pick one of the templates. Realtors are experts who help you navigate complex home real estate transactions. You see it here? The video was just, I scrolled over with my finger. You see how I'm changing it? And it's the icon that has a video, little video item. But it doesn't seem to be working. We had to report earlier this week, Christy taught the class, and she had issues with Photofi. So we reported them. Now we're in the wait of a response. Okay. But I wanted you to see what it has. It doesn't matter if it has issues. I want to show it to you. So I'm going to select this one again, click on that one, and it has for Facebook or Instagram. Let me see if it'll let me do it. Instagram, and no, it's doing the same thing for here. Oh, there we go. Now it goes directly onto your Instagram, and I can choose to put it on a story or a feed. I'm going to do the feed. The feed is a post, and I have this here. I click next, next on the bottom, and I paste it. Okay, look at the wonderful caption it gives. I can put okay. And now I can do what? Add a location, add audio if I like. And I click share. Well, when you're on Instagram, you can't find your page. You have to have created an Instagram business page if you have one, or you have to know how to find it. So I'm going to come back into my Instagram and I'm going to close out from here to show you again, okay? Let me cancel all of this. So here's my Instagram. Do you see my image here on the bottom? If I click here, right, I see my page. You have to have a business page or decide what page you want to post on. Does that help? And what you do here is you see next to my call name, my handle, CN Miami RE on the top. You guys see that? So I don't know if your business page is Coldwell Banker or not, but you see up here, I can click. And this allows me to see all the pages I have on Instagram. And it is from here that I switched to my business one. So this is my personal one, and this is my business one. And that's why when you take the social media class, we tell you guys to put a different image so you know which one's personal and which one's business. I Let me open it up so you guys can speak. One at a time though, okay? All right. Uh, Pamela or Blanca, do you want to explain to me where you're lost so that I can see if I can help you? Yeah, this is a whole.
I'm sorry, can you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still in photo 5. It wouldn't let me pass that page. I'm so lost over here.
I had to start over. And like I said, it's not you guys. Photofi is having an issue.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had to explain that we reported it. So if you're in Photofi, I'm going to click start over. It gave me a hard time.
Yeah, I heard you say that, but I didn't. Yeah.
So stop looking at your phones a second and look at the screen at my cell phone. And I'm going to switch
Uh-huh.
from NAR. And this
Uh-huh.
takes a little bit of time. You guys have to give it a minute too. But what I want you to see is all the templates that you have access to. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to switch here. So don't touch your phone. Look at the screen. And remember, I'm going to send you the
Great.
record, right? I'm going to
Okay.
switch from NAR to Miami Realtors. Okay.
Okay.
And then what you have here is a whole array. So the quick shares don't require you to add your photo, your logo, and your info. And the templates require you to add your photo, logo, and info. So what I'm going to do here is select one of these, and one of them says, Miami remains the number one in the US for strongest annual price growth, home price growth. You see this one? I'm going
Yes.
to select it, and it allows me to say, do you want to share it on Facebook or on Instagram? And I'm going to click on Instagram. I hope you're watching, Pamela. Instagram, right?
Mm,
And then I allow it to paste. And
okay.
now it has it here, and I can put it as a story or feed. Let's say this one I want to do as a story. People are engaged
Okay.
with stories currently. I'm going to put you back uh to mute, okay? All
Okay.
right? All right. And people like to engage with stories. So once they follow you, they like to watch stories. So I'm going to click on story, right? And now I have the info here, and I can add text or whatever, but I can also just put it to my story. And now what happens? I come to the top, and I have a story I shared earlier that now we have a free water taxi. And the next one over, I didn't do that with you guys, but this is the one I just did with you guys. Okay. So now back to Photofy to try to help everyone again. Remember when you started? I'm going to click on the very top. You need to make sure that you're on your business. So the only way to do that is if you didn't get to the business is to sign out and then select the business login. Once you're in it, you might first see it like this as a personal. And to switch it, you have to select this area here. Is that helping you, Pamela? Or are you on the Photofy page on your computer? Because this is all okay. So on Instagram, you don't have to select anything, right? So, but you need to be here on Photofy. You have to have downloaded the app. And now I'm going to share with you guys some Florida Realtor stuff. So I selected Florida Realtors. And Florida Realtors has appliances to upgrade before selling. It has another one on 3 reasons why ownership matters. And let's say I want to talk about that. I'm going to select that one. And this one I can even share to LinkedIn. I'd have to see you in person, Pamela. You'd have to send me a screenshot for me to be able to assist you. Are you guys close to headquarter, Pamela? Because I could offline, if you send me a text message, I could tell you when I could be there and maybe get on a Zoom or just with you. Okay. Now, here I have 3 reasons why home ownership matters. And I can share it on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram. And I'm going to click LinkedIn, post to LinkedIn. I have to have LinkedIn open. I want to continue. Yes. And my application is disabled. So I'd have to come in and allow it. Okay. So since that didn't work, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do Twitter. Let's see if my Twitter will work. Post to Twitter. Oh, and it kicked me all out. Remember, I was telling you Photofy has issues. So we've reported these, and I'm so sorry that we're still going through that. So I'm going to do it again. Click here. I open up Photofy again, and I'm just going to do it to Instagram. Okay. Give it a second. And this time I want to do it as a feed. Click to feed, and here I have my 3 reasons homeownership matters. So the purpose of Photofy is that Miami Realtors, Florida Realtors, and NAR have provided these templates in an effort for it to make it easier for you to be able to share and do what you need. So I know that this seemed a little complex because the Photofy wasn't the easiest thing to get to. Please bear with us while they do update and create what it is because it was working a couple months ago. Maybe they had a change. Um, but you do have these templates readily available for you to click and share, and it makes it easy for you. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on next, right? I can add text, I can add audio if I like. Next. And now I have it. And in this instant, the caption was there. So I just click on add caption and paste. Put OK on the top. And I could put a location if I wanted. And now all I do is share. So what have we done today? Since I focused on Instagram, I wanted to share with you that we've come in and we created this one, right? We created this one here. And what you start to do is to start to showcase yourself and your brand on your page and the info that you would like, right? And I'm going to come and show you that here I could even click and you see that it gives me an adjust a preview. I could adjust it and sort it so my picture comes out. This is something new that Instagram did recently. So some of the images that are photos, you can actually adjust. Do you see how that looks better than this? And all I do is put my finger on it and adjust the preview, move it to the side so my image appears because I want them to see me, correct? And I click on done. Okay. Now I'm going to go off and report that Photo5 was continuing to have issues um, and let them know. And what I'll do is if we hear back from them in a recent time, if you follow me on socials, I will post if it has had an update. Okay, let me come back to my Google and let me remind you what we did. We came in and we talked about Photofi. We talked about video creation. We did an RPR, research, residential market trend, and we created the script, which allowed us to do a social media card and to create post. And we even created a video here. Okay. We also visited Miami Realtors Canva page for you. Let me come into here and show you miamirealtors.com/Canva. And we covered Canva. Alrighty. And I showed you how you could come in and select, and you gave feedback. You have all of this condo info. You have the Why Miami, and you have feeder markets. And I selected one of these with you. Since you wanted to do Miami-Dade, we did the Miami-Dade one. We clicked and we filled it out. And then we downloaded our what we put here and we posted it. We also talked about reports from Miami Realtors from Global. And I gave you some insight with your access to the 2024 International Home Buyer Transaction Report. Right? And I'll be sending those to you in an email. And then we also came in, let me see, not there. I want to say that I gave you the foreign investor guide and I showed you how you could take a screenshot. I even sent a screenshot in the chat so that you could post it and generate some interest. And we went through some of the items that do appear here. And we also went into the 2025 Home Buyers and Generational Guide Report. I send you the link for that, right? Um, and showed you some info on why we should be on social media. And then I did start the class with an actual video, which gave you the timeline to social media and why it's the mode of communication now. I want to thank you for taking time out and spending it with me. It's been a true pleasure. I will repeat my number on the bottom in case you're interested. Right. And I hope that you got a couple of wonderful tidbits, tips, and additional information on enhancing your business using these social sites. I'll be around for the next couple of minutes if you have questions. I want to thank you for being Miami members and thank you for being in tune. Thank you all. Remember, I'm going to try to give you some tidbits and you can request classes. So take the opportunity and request what you need. Have a wonderful afternoon. The social media classes, you have to search for them on the calendar. But remember, I showed you guys how to request. Yeah, when I email you guys a little later, I'm hoping that I get the recording for this one. I'll send those links. Take care. Best of luck to you.